All right. Good morning. So I've actually been awake for a little bit now. I sat down at the computer probably 20 minutes, give or take. So I've already looked at a few things. There's a few things that are already on my mind. I did put the plan together for this week. So, I not really for this whole week, but um I think the market might be starting to kind of maybe rebound. We can see that a little bit here. Um, I know this doesn't look like it's rebounding, but if we switch this to the day chart, I'm hoping that this might be, I think this might be an area where it might start to rebound. If it really falls too much lower, I don't think it's going to go that much lower. So, couple dollars, give or take. And so, I'm hoping that might have a little bit of some bullish momentum in some of the blue chip stocks, or what would be considered blue chip stocks. Just kind of see what they're going on there. Um, as we try to take on a few scalps here. I forgot to take that off. So, some of the things I'm looking at is GNS. Man, I just sat down, but I gotta get up real quick. I'm sorry. So, I'll be right back. Damn, stomach's a rolling. Alright, I'm back. Sheesh. That took me a second. Alright, nobody was in here, so nobody would even know unless you're watching this after the fact. If you are, then I'm sorry. But anyway, let's move on. So, we're looking for a few things to kind of start moving here a little bit. Kind of lost track where I was. But I'm looking at GNS. GNS might be a little bit of a grind, but it's getting a little interesting. Was interested in this one, but we can see kind of what that happened there. I was thinking about actually doing a pre-market on it. I'm glad I didn't. Okay, so that's kind of doing what I would expect it to do. TMC got called out a few times while I was out. So we're going to go ahead and throw this one on the list. TMC is looking pretty good from this aspect. Now, from this aspect, it's going to have some major resistance at the 1.7 and 7.2. Right in this area for sure. But I mean, it has really good volume intake right now. Definitely some really high volume. So we could see TMC actually do really quite well today. So yeah, we're gonna be keeping an eye on that one for sure. And then there's none others that really hit the list. APLS. Somebody had mentioned this stock the other day. I did say I wanted to see kind of what it was going to start doing. It looks like it might be reversing, so we are going to be keeping a closer eye on this one. So I threw that one on the list. This is at a price point that I'm not super, big on, but for the right stock at the right price at the right time, I'll pay that. I'm just not going to grab that many shares. Nove looks like it might be working its way back up soon. That's a lot of resistance. I'm looking at this one as a potential pre-market. So I'm gonna sit here for a second. We haven't looked at Nove in a second or two, but I think Nove still has a little bit of ways to go. I don't think it's gonna break the 1.7 yet. If it does, I probably will jump in with 100 share or something. Try to get a little green on me. Hopefully not red. Got 400. Alright, so we could jump over to Nove. That's going to go down. So yeah, Nove is, kind of been leveling out with a slight increase other than this right here. Tuesday was definitely a one-off. So Nove could also Nove could be a stock that we could also do 100. It would be a little bit of a grind, but we might be able to pull 100 or maybe 150 on it during the course of a day, profit wise. But definitely will be a slow move. Yeah, see, it definitely went down. And it's still going to go down with that kind of pressure. There's not enough holding that up. So it's going to go down before it starts to go back up. I wouldn't be surprised if it hits below 1.5. Unless we start seeing a lot of support, which we saw a little bit. So this might be just like a little stepstone before it goes down more. So this morning I went for a run. Woke up. actually on time. So I decided to go. No, I didn't go for a run. I went for a walk. But decided to go for a walk this morning, and God, I'm a little gassy today, and I got to be careful of what's gas and what's not gas. But I'm trying to work in cardio every day. Um, so this morning I did like 30 minutes of walking. Didn't get my heart rate all that high, only 120. So probably go out to the gym or maybe the pool or something later and try to get a little bit more cardio in. But with what I'm seeing right here, we're going to be sitting and holding tight. No, we don't want to be donating money early in the week. We want to be making money early in the week. So we're going to just kind of allow this kind of move around, and we're going to see kind of what happens throughout the day. So let's go ahead and go over to this page. We haven't looked at this page in a while. This chart is dead. It already done expired. So just go to the basic long, or it doesn't matter. We'll just leave it. We might actually punch in Ford in here soon. It's technicals is saying strong sell, analysis is saying neutral. It might on the 3 month it's still up. I'm wondering if it's still going to go down a little bit. When does this come out? October 25. October 25. I'm actually expecting Ford to have a really good earnings call January or December time. Fourth or first quarter. I'm thinking we're gonna see a good earnings call. So we'll go here. Let's make sure we got a good refresh. It did look like it refreshed, but I always like to hit that refresh button just to double check. We can see Tesla's down. Consumer cylindrical has a few red in there. Energy looks a little red. Mind you, this is kind of where I got the color coding idea, you know. But everything else is kind of seemingly neutral, not really green or red. There's no like one particular sector that we want to keep an eye on. It's all just kind of there, you know. So not too helpful here. This is already kind of set up. We did not look at the stock here. We will here in just a second. There's a reason why I'm not interested in this stock. But we pretty much kind of looked at these top numbers right here. APE, that's going down. TTOO's back on the list right here. 5.7% up. Good for them. I don't think I'm going to trade it yet. So yeah, so there's some really big moves already. Like we got to be careful with TSHA. 65% move. The move might have already been done, but we're going to keep an eye on it because, you know, hey, it could always run up, you know, to 100%. That means there's another 40 some odd percent, 39% more that we can grab. Not 39, 38% more that we can grab there. Who knows what it could go up to, but we've had a few stocks that run up to 100 recently. So yeah, that's pretty much that there. Not really a whole lot. Take a look at this really crappy stock. It's on the top of both that list and this list. That doesn't really matter. You'll see that, and that's why right there. So it just went straight from here up here, and it's traded flat. I mean, that is so dang flat. I'm pretty sure if you could eat off of that if you make that a real table. I mean, your plate will be a little tipped. Will rock a little bit, but you know, be totally usable. Um, yeah. So not interested in that one. All right. Gee, my stomach is not happy with me. I didn't eat anything bad. Hell, I haven't even eaten yet. She. Yeah, and we're back at the boring part of the morning right now. There's not really a whole lot to look at. I guess we could look at the option deals, but you know, I think Ford is still gonna have maybe a little bit of room to go down. It could start to go up, but I would want to see the reversal first. AMD, you know, looks like it's having a little bit of a pullback. Uh, Gonna keep an eye on this one. This might be coming into the area that we might want to take that option. Um, MGM, same deal. Oh my God. Um, I'll be right back again. Son of a bitch. Alright. Hopefully, I'm back full time this time. Oh, we shall see. Ay, ay, ay. The stream is going to be really kind of boring. I'm here and then I'm not. I'm here and then I'm not. I'm here and then I'm not. Alright, check the screens. Nothing's changed. Get my feet up in the chair again. Get comfortable. Get situated. Make the chair squeak a 500,000 times and then type in this. Sounds like a plan. Alright. So that is just a running candle. And why? I don't know. I do know that this stock did get called out right here, but nothing happened of it. So if any trades are done, need to be quite careful, because even with a lot of volume, right, which we have again here, it did nothing about keeping the price up. If anything, it dropped really, really quite low. So, you could have the argument saying that the price move has already happened. And happened quickly. I mean, I know I went for a good little walk, but damn, that walk really is kind of sticking with me. Yeah, it felt awesome though, kind of. Yeah, see, so it's starting to go down. And I can't say I'm surprised because exactly what I said before. This had a really big push pre, and then even still in the pre-market, it went down, and all day it went down. So I don't think this is going to stay up. I don't think it's going to get held. We would need to see a lot more volume, because it even had much higher volume then when that happened, and the volume is still really low. So if this is not a scalp, this is purely a scalp type trade here if I do take a trade on it, and it would be with a super close stop loss. So you're looking for like a stop and go, lock in profit, and then run your stop loss right under the price action, so you can capture a really good move, hopefully, and get out of it quickly. Would not want to stay in this stock for any length of time. Good morning to whoever just came into the room. Hopefully I get to stay in here as well. I've had to pop off a few times today. I went for a pretty good sized walk this morning, and yeah, let's just say my stomach is not too happy with that. And my heart wasn't all that bad. It was my stomach. Each morning I've been trying to work on my cardio throughout the whole day, so I'll probably go to the gym a little bit later on. Oh, they left. I guess they didn't like me talking about some exercise. Yeah, see? Very similar to the same thing that happened here. You could really kind of see it here. Huge candle up, died. Huge candle up, dying. Not dead yet, but it's definitely dying. All right. Check in my long-term list. Not seeing anything too particular. Change that. Yeah, see, I'm not interested in that one right now. I'll put that on the day chart, zoom it in a little bit, and then just leave it there. That one's probably going to be coming off. I'm talking about PLTR. I guess we'll go to it because, this is not doing anything. So this doesn't look all that bad, but when we zoom out a little bit, you can see it's on this really big downturn here. I was wondering if it was going to get down right around this area, if we're going to see a really good rebound going back up. It kind of went a little bit further down than what I was hoping. 16 is going to be resistance now. Yeah, 16 is definitely going to be resistance. So, I mean, maybe later this week when it does start to come back up. I don't think that's going to happen today, so I'm not going to be worried about it. YVR just got called out. So, what are you doing? You are going on a bullish move. You did one here, now you're doing one up here. You are going to be making a new high here. I don't know though. I would really need to have a large share sizing in the volume. Just this is a one volume big push candle. Is it going to be held up and ran up? Does not look like that. It definitely does not look like that. I mean, that's a pretty big sell-off right there. Now I'm curious if it's going to go over that previous high. Not going to buy it. I'm not seeing a whole lot for today. So today, honestly, may just be a slow day. Um, I forgot to check into that later on that day. Oh well. What I might start doing is taking a few notes throughout the week. Because I like the idea of doing a end of week recap. I already do that already to a degree. I would like to do maybe a little bit of a deeper recap. Um, Instead of just doing my daily one, do like also a weekly one. Didn't take all that long. Even if it's just for myself, so I can gauge, my wins, my losses, because uh, I really want to hyper focus on that. Last week, I had a really good, solid week, but that was out of real big luck. If it wasn't for that one day, I would have only been a couple $100 up. So, um, that's not the ideal way of doing it, per se. But I mean, sorry, I was checking something. So, and, comparing from the first week to this week, I think it would just be useful if I did like a week review on top of maybe a bi-weekly or monthly or something. I don't know. I don't know if I'll record all that. But yeah. All right. Yeah, see. Glad I didn't jump in on this one candle here. Volume really went to crap. Um, can I say I'm surprised? No. I know I was bouncing a little bit there, but it's just taking a look. I saw this starting to go off over on my thing here. I don't like the fact that it's starting to slow down. Give it a second. I didn't like the fact that it really started to kind of slow down. There's a lot of resistance showing up. Buying, not really how. I'm not going to change my color for $3. But I didn't like what was kind of happening there. It could be setting up for a pullback or a potential snap. So I sold at 146, and then I bought at 143. So I grabbed 30 pennies. That's not bad. And it ain't really worth all that much, but fuck it. Um, I was on the wrong buy buttons, but This is definitely going to be the stock that I'm going to watch probably at open. So it did get up higher. So I could have stayed in and I would have made a little bit more, but I'm happy with the way I did that. Um, I gotta look at something over here. All right. So a little bit of a steep pullback there. Uh, we got 20 minutes, 19 minutes or so before market open. So it's starting to get into that area where I don't like buying due to market can really start shifting hard in pre and post. Right around, the beginning and ends, right? So this is almost at the end of pre-market going to the beginning, and then the end of standard market to post market is generally a high volatility area as well. Can be. It's really more so in the morning hours. But I'm just trying to figure out where this is going to go. There's not a whole lot downward, which is a little scary. If a huge amount of shares start selling, they can really push the price down and quite drastically. And trying to get out would be a little unconducive. If I don't take a scalp here in the next few minutes, I won't be doing any more trades post market or pre market. I'll wait until the market opens. Now, saying that, I don't want to rush and just click the button to try to get the another pre-market trade in. I mean I don't care. Ah, this is hard. This one is hard. starting to get close to where I'm gonna say no due to time. Right at 19:15, or not 19, 9:15. I probably will not do any more trades until market opens. But, I made enough money here on this one trade right here to get me a free soda. Yay! Hey, green is green. And here's 9:15 right there. So I'm not going to do any more until market opens. So we had a super small little scalp on it. It did start to go back up, but we were fighting with this candle right here. And I preferred to, have profits locked in and instead of taking a chance at not taking profits. So, I think I did that right. Especially on this one. So, sitting back and scan. Is there anything going on that I haven't noticed because my eyes were bugged out on this one? Nothing that I see. We could also jump over and take a look here. See what has changed here. Really nothing. So I think the market's actually going to be kind of red today. It has a very red feel to me. Go ahead and change that to open. So once it goes to open, it will update. And yeah, we are set. We are set for this morning. Yeah, see, this is kind of what I was hoping it was going to do, but it did go lower here than right here. I don't know if it's going to break out, but I mean, I was hoping for a good, like, change candle here. But the closer you get to open, it's more likely for a push down than a push up. So that's part of the reason why, flash crashing, and then, 10 to 15 minutes before open. I've seen it in the last few months way too often. So I don't always follow that rule. That's a temporary rule, which everything that's temporary can always become a permanent. But for right now, that's a temporary one. Um, uh, I still had some eye crusties. I thought I had them all gone. If I wake up just a little bit earlier, I would have enough time to maybe do my little exercise thing and then maybe take a shower. I normally try to take a shower a little bit later on in the day, but taking one early in the morning would be kind of nice. I just don't want to wake up even earlier than I already do. I'm kind of talking to myself, I know. There's no one else in here. But, talking to yourself sometimes is always good. Um, yeah, so this I think is going to keep pushing downward some. I think it's still going to go down. Excuse me. Yeah, the other thing I could do is throughout the week, take the trade, take the snippets from the trade, patterns. Do that once a day or something. Do that a little bit at the end of the day, and I can kind of edit those together with extra commentary. Instead of doing like a live version like I did last time, do it as a pre-recorded. But that takes so much more time because there's a lot of prep work you got to do for that. Excuse me. All right. Well, I think we're about to get into time of the day where things are going to start to get a little serious. This is still the stock I want to watch during open. That hasn't changed. 200 share is still fine. Um, with the way the market's been, I've been doing smaller share size. But that's fine. I don't like the resistance. The resistance is still kind of there, but I'm checking my other stuff. Nothing else has really changed. GNS is kind of trading sideways, so we'll see what that does when it opens. TMC's down. I don't know if it's going to come back. ASNS is way down. I don't think that's going to come back. PBLA, I didn't have high hopes for anyway, and that's not doing anything. Had a little hope early on this morning. And then it just said, no, thank you. Okay, that was email from Ford. I'll read that. I guess we'll do it right now, real quick. Ford names former Apple exclusive as president of integration services. That's interesting. Alrighty. Um, yeah, nothing's changed. So we have a microgreen locked in. That's kind of, that. Market is looking like it's going to be a little bit on the red side. Don't think that has changed. It's actually changed more to the red. So we're looking at a market that's going to be breaking low, with people probably feeling pretty bearish early on this morning. Um, we're going to be watching this going to open. That's going to be the plan on that one. Um, we got, actually, I guess I could have just stayed here. We got GNS, TSS, bleh. We got this one. Not so much. Not so much. Going to be paying attention to. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Meaning, when I say I don't know, it means I don't know what I'm going to do with those yet. So we're going to see what they do at, with the price action, volume, yada, 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 all those stock trading terms. So we're going to be keeping an eye on them, but I don't have like any particular, oh, I see this level or that or anything like that. We're going to see what it starts to do when it opens, and then we'll make our plan from there. So if we see it starting to go up a good bit or whatever, then we'll pull it up, take a look at it, and make the plan. So that was that. This is going down. Part of the reason why I was saying, this, at that time frame, this close to market open, I don't like to go in. Everything lately has been going down, and Ford, I thought, actually had some pretty good news, but the market said nah, did not like that news. Well, actually, in all honesty, sell the news, don't buy the news. So they're probably selling the news. But, hey, Apple, they got some really good people that do some really good things. So Ford, I mean, especially putting that guy, I don't know his background all that much, but integration, Apple integrates things. Um, may be good depending on what he did for Apple. Could be interesting to see what comes from that. Ford, I think, has been working to try to get some of their technology stuff together. So them hiring people out of Silicon Valley in the technology area, I mean, it makes sense. Should probably hire a few more. This laptop, it puts off some really good heat. Feels really good on my hands. I like to put my hands near the exhaust exits. It's kind of like a little hand warmer. It's kind of nice. I have cold feet and cold hands, and I just like heat. But it is concerning sometimes how hot my computer runs, which is why I need to get a desktop. Trying to do everything I do with this laptop. It's quite a bit. A laptop is not meant to work this hard. Alright. Even if it's an Alienware. Alright. Down to the last 50 seconds. I didn't even realize we crept up on the last minute. That kind of, I don't want to say I got here a little quick. When you're talking to yourself, you kind of lose a little bit of track of time, I guess. I knew I was getting close. I like the fact that this is turning up. Curious to see it die. It's turning up. It's starting to look a little good. It died. It's going to open up real weak. This is the big push down, unfortunately, looks like. So we're just going to give it a second. Try to keep an eye on things. AMC, really? Why is my computer being slow? Well, that's not useful. It's not my computer, it's TOS. I can't trade like that. This is this needs to pick up in speed. AMC is kind of interesting that it took a huge drop like that, but I don't know if I would want to. That's a big drop. I would want to see some kind of reversal kind of going on, and it might be a day or two before we see that. So we'll keep an eye on it. All right, I gotta switch you guys over to this screen. I'm gonna have to close this and then open it again, and hope that fixes it. I mean, look at this. It doesn't even want to close. So I guess we could look at everything I'm not buying. Glad I didn't go into that. This I may want to. Over the high. Probably gonna miss it. It's not even a quarter way through yet. This is frustrating. Yeah, see, it's starting to go. I would want to be over the high. It's still trying to close. Still trying. I'm gonna give it some more memory when it loads up. See if that even remotely helps. I am using a lot of computing power with it, but I mean, it shouldn't be doing this though. You see, everything else is moving fast except TOS. Like, it's not moving. I gotta put you back over here. I don't want you guys to see everything that's on my front or my home screen. I got stuff there that's um, things I don't want seen, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. GNS is going. TMC went. And this is today, brother. Fucking A. Finally. Alright, let me. I'm gonna more than double the memory on it. So that should be a hell lot better, hopefully. I don't think it was a memory issue that it didn't have enough access to it. But I just gave it a lot more. Alright. I think we're back. We are still not working here. Alright, let me try this again. See, it's doing it again. It's not freaking closing. This is why I like to have the two computers, one Mac, one Apple. I mean, one Windows, one Mac. Because sometimes this doesn't happen on Mac, sometimes it does, sometimes it's with Windows, sometimes it doesn't. But I can't trade like this. Yeah, even my recording is not, lagging. That's working just fine. I might have to call it a little bit early today and then get on the phone with TD Ameritrade. I mean, they do have good customer support. I'll give them that. TOS is using like zero CPU. Zero. All right, let's try this again. It's still the same thing. All right, I'm gonna have to close the stream down. I'm gonna start trying to work on this. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing any trades today, unless I get this working. And if I do any trades, I'll let you guys know tomorrow. Um, this is annoying. And this is the reason why I like to run two systems. Yeah, this is not working. All right. See y'all tomorrow.